If you're a TikToker and you're looking for traditional press, pay attention. I'm Professor Einstein. I'm a former TV and advertising executive turned marketing critic. I've been quoted in the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Atlantic, Bloomberg. I've been on the Majority Report and the Brian Lehrer Show. So I can tell you how to do this too. Sign up for Help Every Reporter Out. All you need to do is give them your first and last name and an email address, and you will get emails twice a day with a list of reporters looking for sources. It used to be Harrow, and you might have heard it as Harrow, but it got bought out by another company and they screwed it up. So the guy who originally created it, Peter Shankman, created an alternative. And if you don't follow Peter Shankman, you should follow Peter Shankman. He's the best PR guy around. He's also got ADHD, and he talks a lot about that, and he's written books, including a children's book about it. So if that's an area you're interested in, he's also a good guy to follow because of that. They just announced this morning that they are going to work together with Muck Rack, which is another place where reporters try to find sources. So both of those things will be available just by signing up for Hero. Another site you can sign up for is Quoted, and you create a profile on the site, and then they send you an email if a reporter is interested in what you are a source for. Now they seem to be pushing more and more for people to buy a paid version of their service. Doesn't hurt you to sign up to get it. I've also found there's a couple of reporters on there that you send content to, and then they never use your stuff, so you begin to find out who those are. So it's not my favorite. Hero is definitely a go-ahead play. The other thing to do is look for reporters who are talking about the things that you are a source for. So if you find a reporter who has just written an article, I just recently found a reporter who wrote a list of the best cult books. So I wanted to try and find her. So this is what I did. So the article was called Books That Will Satisfy Your Fascination with Cults, and it was written by Tessa Flores. So if you look here, it's got an email box, but that's just an email for you to be able to send the article to someone. There isn't anything on the site that gives me her information. I was able to find her Instagram, and that too didn't tell me very much. I also, of course, went to LinkedIn, and she only had 17 followers there. So I was like, okay, that's not a place where she is going to get back in touch with me. So if you do the usual stuff trying to find a reporter and you can't find out what their email is, there's this website called Rocket Reach, and this will give you the email addresses if you do a little hunting for the person that you're looking for. So I started by looking for her name, and nothing came up. If it turns out you put somebody's name in and they don't come up, put in the name of the company. And so I put in Huffington Post. And you can look up the names of people by through the company. So you look at Huffington Post, and you can look through by the names of the people who work there. And it was through that I was able to get Tessa's email. And when you contact a reporter, of course, be respectful. You've never met this person before. But on the other hand, you're giving them something that they need. And they may not use you in a story right away, but they may want to talk to you later on down the road. The other thing that's really important in all of this is for you to have a place where people can find you. What I mean by that is once you contact a reporter, they need a place to check out and make sure you're legit. And if you haven't been quoted in the Times yet, or you haven't been quoted in the Washington Post or the Atlantic or any of these other places yet, they want to make sure that they're not going to quote somebody who isn't really legit. If you don't have a website, I suggest you create a website. Squarespace is really easy to use. You can create it on your own, but have a place where either you've been in the press before or you can show what you do online. All of that is really important. The other thing is too, particularly if you're a TikToker, really you should be repurposing your content on YouTube. And the reason for that is think about who owns YouTube. Google. So YouTube you may think of as a video site, but it's really a search engine, and you want people to be able to find you. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'm happy to help out any way I can.